Hey, what's up, True Crew? This is take 3. I'm here with my boy Elbert, OTS champion from some event. And I'm here with the other boys. I'm here with Grant. You know him. I'm here with Jason. You know him. Now, Elbert, bro, what you playing, dog?
So right now I'm playing Labrynth.
Okay.
Yeah. So the deck is very strong into Kishira, which most people are playing this format. But the main bad matchup is Despia, which people have started to play less of. So that's even more reason to play the deck.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Yo, how about you showcase it?
yeah, we can get that. So for the Labrynth monsters, we play 1 Lovely, 3 Lady, and 1 Ariana. So Lovely is like the worst card to draw in your deck because you mostly want to be summoning this off of Welcome or Big Welcome. So its effect is really broken. So if during your turn you can set any normal trap from your graveyard, it can't be activated unless you have a Fiend monster. But like just being able to like recycle all your broken traps is like really broken. 3 Lady, obviously this is the best card in the deck. Boss monster can't be targeted or destroyed while you have the set card. And it tutors any normal trap from your deck, so you get like Eradicator, D-Barrier. It's really broken. Ariana, so it's an engine requirement, so on summon it searches Labrynth card, but it's honestly not that good to draw multiple, so you only play 1. And then there's also other normal summons in the side deck, so that's why you don't play too many of them. In terms of other monsters, I got 2 Lord. Protects your back row. Also is a pseudo starter because it can set any trap from your deck. 3 Ash because it's generic and I don't want to lose to cash game 1 because of locking 5. And then 3 Gamma for the same reason. It's also very good against Sprite. Against Arise Heart, you can bait it out with like Prosperity, or if it's already gotten past like you setting cards, you can like still bait it out with trap cards, and then Arise Heart has to activate, so you chain Gamma to destroy it. Then you can summon a Synchro 8 if you want. Yeah, that's it for the monsters. And then for the spell cards, I only played 3 Prosperity. I was playing Duality before, but when I put Gamma in my main deck, it conflicts with Gamma. And I think with the amount of like starters you have, which is 3 Welcome, 3 Belt Welcome, Ariana, and then Lord counts as a starter, sort of. You have enough ways to get into your engine, so it's not that bad. And Prosperity is like the most broken card in Yu-Gi-Oh right now. For trap cards, 3 Welcome, 3 Big Welcome, really broken. This card is the reason this deck is so broken because it clears your opponent's board and it triggers all your like big ladies attacks. In terms of spot remove traps, I got 3 Compulse, 3 Punishment, and 2 Towers of the Overroot, and 1 Dream with Dharma Cannon. So I think this stuff is pretty standard. Punishment is arguably not as good if there's a lot of Kashtira in the format, but it's just so broken against every other deck, and it's still playable against Kashtira. It only sucks like going second into a Rise Heart, but it's still very broken. And Dharma Cannon is honestly also a really broken card. Like there's a common theme, all these trap cards are really good. So Dharma Cannon against Kashtira, you can just book their whole field. And against Trap Tricks, which a lot of people are playing here, this actually clears the entire Trap Tricks board because the XYZs and Link monsters are unaffected by trap cards, so they can't be booked. And then this makes the player clear their whole monster field. And then also 1 Trap Trick. You don't actually want to draw this, you want to be setting it off of Lady because it limits you to 1 trap card after you activate it. But so you typically go like Lady on their turn to set this, and then on your turn you can go Trap Trick and then chain Lady to get the most value out of this card. In terms of like board breakers, I'm playing 2 Evenlies, 2 Gozen, and 3 Skilldrain. Yeah, the fair cards. Skilldrain, honestly one of the most broken cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! Pay 1,000, win the game unless they have Cosmic Cyclone.
Better have it.
Gozen Match, all your monsters are dark, so it works really well with the deck. Gozen Match is really broken against Kashtira. If you have Gozen plus Skilldrain against Kashtira, you kind of just win the game. And Evenly Matched is a card I consider taking out, but it's just too good into rogue decks. it's not that great into Kashtira because if they just go a Rise Heart pass, then they just keep a Rise Heart, and that monster's still really hard to deal with. And then if they lock 5, obviously you can't use this card. Yeah, but that's
Before you get into that, Elbert, speaking of fair cards, I would play 3 of these.
I would also play 3 of those.
I would find a way to put those in there.
Yeah, I would put these cards in my deck if they're illegal. If they're illegal. Alright, so
I love that guy.
I love that guy too.
He's something else.
Okay, so for the extra deck, it's mostly punishment targets, except for a few cases where, sometimes you actually go into the extra deck, but punishment targets, it's 2 Gurura, 2 Intis, 2 Tarbageed Arms, the Fossil Knight, and Omega. So these are pretty standard. This is 3,500, so I can cover pretty much any monster for punishment, and then this just sends this, so you draw a card. The drawing card is actually really crazy because card advantage in this deck is really important. Intis pops a card. Skull Knight and Omega. It serves a secondary purpose because you can actually summon it if you resolve Gamma on your own turn. If they go Prosperity or Ash on Prosperity, chain Gamma, make this, rip another card out of their hand, really broken. Another card I was considering for this kind of like Gamma purpose is Excel Synchro Stardust Dragon. I don't have that card yet, but I will be adding it to my deck once I do, because you resolve Gamma, summon that monster summons Gamma back from your graveyard and you make Baron. So Omni Negate for no reason. And Skull Knight, it's arguably better than Intis in the Kashtira matchup because you send this off of punishment on Fenrir, and because Fenrir is 2,400 and this is also 2,400, so this threatens a Rise Heart, so they can never like summon a Rise Heart while this is in your grave. So it just puts infinite pressure on the board. Other monsters that I might summon are Muckraker. Muckraker is mainly used as an out to Denko, but it can also like summon Lady and Lovely from the graveyard in case they get outed. Ding basically never comes up, but it used as spell removal because all the big ones are at level 8. Zeus, if you make Ding and attack. Zombie Stein. So Zombie Stein is the out to Dragoon. Other than like Dharma Cannon and D-Barrier, there's like really no out to Dragoon, so you just overlay 2 ladies into this and then beat over Dragoon. And then these are funny cards for Waking the Dragon, which I play 1 copy of in the side deck. Because if they go Harpies or like Runic Destruction, targeting Waking the Dragon or destroying Waking the Dragon, you can just summon one of these. This wins against almost any control matchup. This wins against Runic. And then you summon this to survive if you're locked into Fiends under Welcome. For the side deck, I got 1 more copy of Lord because this card is honestly so broken going first, and it protects you from Lightning Storm and Harpies. 3D Shifter. The worst matchup for this deck is like Despia and Runic, specifically Naturia Runic, because if they successfully summon Barkion, you almost cannot win the game, because even if you out it with like a Kaiju or Lava Golem, they can just revive it with Blessing and then you're screwed, so you have to have a way to stop them from getting to that. 2 Sphere Mode and 2 Lava Golem. Before it was just 3 Sphere Mode, but since I cut Duality, you have space for Lava Golem now. And these are like the extra normal summons, so you don't want to break an Ariana. If Kashtira goes for lock 5, you set these in, and hopefully you draw it and get rid of their lock 5. Also, I have an Eradicator, 2 D-Barriers. D-Barrier is really strong against fusion decks like Despia. It's like really mid against Kashtira in my opinion because they still summon big bodies and they can still kill you for game, even through D-Barrier, so it's not the greatest against Kashtira. And the Eradicator is broken.
Have you thought about maining an Eradicator?
I have thought about maining Eradicator, but it doesn't really do anything by itself, and it's really bad going second, and also it has the most value against like back row decks.
That's fair.
Yeah, so against Kashtira, it's like
top 4 pairings are up.
Well, against Kashtira, it's like 50-50 on whether or not they have more spells or more monsters.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay there.
I got eradicated for 4 spells once.
That's really unfortunate.
Not
hey.
a good day for me.
Hey, buddy, it's Elbert's profile.
Oh, my bad.
Sorry, Elbert.
No, it's all good. And then the last cards are 3 Judgments for going first, and then Waking the Dragon. Because if they go like, yeah, it's the new card I tried out today. If they go like Lightning Storm or Harpies, and you have Lady on the board, you can chain Lady to, or chain any normal trap, chain Lady to set this, and then you get your unbeatable monster. So yeah, that's it.
Wow. Elbert, thanks for profiling the deck, bro. How often did Waking the Dragon go off?
It went off twice today, actually. So,
Twice?
Did it win you the game?
Yeah, it did. A Kashira guy played Harpies on me, and then I set Waking the Dragon and summoned Dragoon, and he couldn't out me.
Wait, Kashtira guy?
It wasn't Jason.
It wasn't Jason. There's
Yeah.
more than one Kashtira guy?
Yeah, there is actually.
Spoilers, maybe we'll have another Kashtira deck profile featuring somebody else
I
in
think there's
this deck.
somebody back there who we might profile.
Yeah, let's see.
You might have to return it.
I don't know about that.
We'll find him eventually.
Yeah. Grant, you got anything to say?
I hate trap decks.
We forgot to do shout outs. Albert, who do you want to shout out, bro?
So shout out to the True Crew, Jesus, the big guy Jesus, Jason, Jeff, Grant, Brian Blodgett, Brian and Julie, Vin, Jay, Matt, Cohen, everyone in the Discord. Yeah. Shout out to
Whoa,
everyone.
thanks, Albert. And everybody else, thank Albert for that shout out. Yo, what's that on your face?